Hello everybody, in today's video we are choosing our specialities in set number 75345, the 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack. Now this set is for ages 6 and up, has 119 pieces, and comes with 4 minifigures. Taking a look at the front of the box, you can see our 4 characters, that being the 501st Clone Specialist, the 501st Officer, and the 2 501st Heavy Troopers. They are in the midst of a battle on the planet of Urbana. Now, we see Urbana at the beginning of the Clone Wars at Season 7, which was super cool. Now, one of the Heavy Troopers is firing off the cannon, which is an AV-7 cannon. We see these, I think, probably once in the Clone Wars at the very beginning, and I don't know if we see it again in this arc at the beginning of Season 7, but that's what that cannon build is. But enough about that. We'll talk about that more later on in the set when we actually get there. Taking a look at the back of the box, you can see the 2 main play features of the set here is that the head of the cannon can actually move back and forth, and that embedded inside the actual cannon itself is a spring-loaded shooter, so you can fire one of the missiles off. The legs of the cannon also do move, but we'll take a look at that later when we look at the actual build of this set. But taking a look inside the box, you can see we get one larger bag with the larger pieces, the medium-sized bag with the smaller pieces, and a third bag that has the visors and the rangefinders in it for the clone helmets. Now, we also do get the instruction booklet. Now, this thing is super small because it's for a small build, but it's got all the basic, steps in it, and I don't think there's anything special in the back. I could be very wrong, though. Oh, yeah, there's the January 1st sets from last year, which I actually do have that one. I don't have the TIE Bomber, though. I should get the TIE Bomber. That'd be a cool one to do. Anyways, with that, let's start the time lapse, and I'll see you guys when we start talking about the minifigures. The first figure we'll be taking a look at is the 501st Clone Specialist, or in this case, a Clone Sniper. Now, starting off at the bottom of the figure, you can see that the legs and the feet printing are the exact same that we saw in last weekend's video that I did with the original 501st Battle Pack. It's the same legs that they used on all 4 figures there. Moving up to the torso, you can see that it's got the exact same design with the belt and the chest piece and the blue markings, except here they've added these 2 little yellow markings onto one of the side chest plates, I guess. And then it's also got the blue molded arms. And then moving up from there, you can see that the helmet has got the exact same printing, except now we've got a new attachment, that being the Clone Macro Binocular helmet attachment piece, which this is the first time in this set that we have seen this, and I'm pretty sure this is the only time we have seen this piece used. He also comes with a long sniper-esque rifle, and the back printing is the exact same there. It's the same that's been used on all the clones since, 2020, I guess. But with that, that is the 501st Clone Specialist. The next minifigure we'll be taking a look at is the 501st Officer, but once again, starting down with the legs, you can see that this time they're actually printed differently. And that's because this character has got what is called a comma, which is kind of like a Clone Trooper's waist skirt piece. Now, on this figure, it is printed, but before this, it used to be a cloth piece, like the capes that we get. And then even before that, they used to be the hard plastic like Lego. But the last time we really saw the fabric one was in 2020 with the General Grievous Starship set that came on the 212th Airborne Trooper. Since then, though, they've been printing it and it doesn't look that good. It just looks like two weird lines on the side of their legs. It would look a lot better if they gave the character like side leg printing, but they don't do that because it's Lego. Enough about the legs, though. Moving up to the torso, you can see it's the same design overall, except that the belt is in blue. Same mark or blue printing on the chest piece. Helmet's the same, but this figure comes with the blue rangefinder. Now, unlike before, you can't actually move the rangefinder without it popping off. So it's either up or it is down. Just like that. Which is weird though, because it's not in line with their eye. If it was in line, if they wanted to be in line with their eye, they would have had to put the helmet holes down into the actual helmet hole notch. But can't really do anything about that. If I can get this back in. There we go. So I just leave it up. He comes with a small little blaster pistol, and you can see the continuation of the blue on the belt on the back, and then this little back part section is also printed in blue. But other than that, that is the clone 501st Officer. The last figure we'll be looking at is the 501st Heavy Trooper, but again, starting at the legs, you can see that they are the exact same ones from the Specialist and the regular 501st Troopers. Moving up to the torso, though, it is different because it's got these straps and the shoulder piece print on there. It's just like extra ammo straps and stuff because he is a heavy trooper. Moving up to the helmet, you can see that the face printing is the same, except the top is different. And it's cool because he's got these like gunner lines that I guess all clone gunners have. I don't know. You can see it on the 501st Heavy Gunner, the 212th Gunner from the ATTE set from, what, 2 years ago, I think it was. But he also comes with the blue visor. Now, the gun that he has is like this double barrel gun. I don't know. I've seen people call it a shotgun. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but, you know, it's Lego. And then finally, on the back, you can see that he's got a neck bracket piece, and on that bracket piece is a 1x1 printed piece, which is supposed to be a backpack. But there is a back printing to that, and I will show you that right now. Now, the back printing isn't anything super special. It's just added those same strap lines that covered the front of him just onto the back, and the back is overall the same. But with that, that is the minifigures. Now let's take a look at the actual build itself. Now, actually taking a look at the set, we'll start down with the legs. Now, the legs are fully posable. Over here, they can move side to side on the clips, and then over here, they can move up and down on the hinges. Now, you're probably seeing the circular clear 2x2 piece down here. That's just to give it a little extra support so it doesn't crumple in on itself. And now taking a look at the head of the cannon, like I said earlier when looking at the box, the head of it can move just back and forth, and then it can also shoot the spring-loaded shooter, just like that. But taking a look at the design, which is really cool, it's got this giant barrel, and I like what they did up here with the black and the gray, just to make it kind of look like it's been used a lot of times, and that the end of the barrel has just been, you know, charred a little bit from firing off so many shots. And then over here on the actual side of it, it's just made neatly, I guess. It's tiled off. It's not just a bunch of studs exposed everywhere. But the cool thing about it is that this thing is just built on all brackets, which I love when they do that. It fleshes out builds really well. And last but not least, you can put a minifigure right here. And on the box, they have the heavy gunner there, which, I mean, makes sense. He shoots off heavy guns. Like, that's so cool. I love this figure so much, and I'm glad that's where he goes. But with that, let's put these figures on the base plate. And here is the clone base plate. Let's see if I can actually get them all on screen. Yep, there we go. Now they're all on screen. We're going to fill up this giant gap right here, starting with the 501st Specialist right there. And then the 501st Officer right there. And then the, what's it called? The Clone Gunner, Heavy Gunner right there. And the second Heavy Gunner right there. And there it is. Like, as of right now of part 2 for Road to May 4th, this is what my clone army looks like. Honestly, with this, like, I couldn't be happier. This looks just so cool. And I'm so excited for part 3, but I'll talk about that right now in the outro. And here we are. Road to May 4th part 2 has come to an end. We are at the outro. I'm super excited. Like, I cannot express how excited I am to be working on part 3 right now as this video goes up. I love this battle pack. I love part 2, but part 3 is going to be awesome. But speaking of this battle pack, I just want to say that this battle pack is really cool. It's got one of my favorite figures in it, with that being the Heavy Trooper. That's why he's holding the helmet in his hand. It's got a special place in my heart because that's the character that I main as in Battlefront 2 in the Supremacy game mode on the Republic. He may or may not be just over level 100. Yeah, so anyways, I'm excited. Next weekend will be the grand finale, I guess, for me. I'm probably overhyping this, and you guys will probably find it boring, but I don't care. I'm so excited. You guys should be excited too if you've been watching these videos. So I will see you guys next weekend. See ya.